So today we're going to talk about literal and conceptual translations of your kata, okay, as an example, and how you can adapt it to work with your the Kyusho. Now, all the styles that you do, all the katas you do, they did have Chinese base at some point, and beyond that it went to India. So there's a lot of transmission of information, but along the way each culture of course took it and adapted to it. Now I'm going to take a look at one move in particular today, and we're going to go through some literal translation, we're going to go through some conceptual translation to hopefully help you, and then I'm going to relate it back into your current study. All right. There's a move, there's a form in Goju-Ryu called Saifa, okay, where the movement comes like this, it shifts across, and when you do that shift across, the hand comes out and then it's back fist. And everybody would say right away, okay, that looks like Saifa, okay, because they see the literal action of that kata going. But if you look at that movement, okay, you just close the fist, you got Nahanchi, okay? If you open the hands, you have Bagua. So all of these things you have to take a look at. Now when you take a look at that, different applications come up and it frees your brain to say, okay, it's not just this, okay, it could be many different things. So we're going to use that hand, okay, the 3 palms that are in Saifa, because it happens 3 times in the kata in a row, and then it goes off into other movements. So we're going to take those 3 and transfer them into different types of scenarios. All right? Okay, now the movement comes from one side, goes to the other, okay, and then it's this. I stepped back just so I wouldn't come close to Mike. Yeah. I got close enough later. Okay? Now, when you're doing this, you see a back fist, but why couldn't that be an open hand? Because in the 1930s, the masters of all different styles, from Goju-Ryu to Shito-Ryu to many of them, got together and said, let's take the open hands and close them. And that's when karate transformed from China hand, kata means China, and te meant hand, and they adapted it to karate, which means empty hand. So they took your cool weapons of the Shaolin and they muted it into a bludgeon. Okay, it's much like being comparing a knife to a stick. Okay, and that's what was meant by the empty hand. They took the true adaptability out of your tools. Now it's your job to put that adaptability back in your tools. Okay.